Knowledge. Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel D Creations Resources. In the previous episode, we spoke about the relevance of research and how it is search for knowledge. So, what exactly is knowledge? You must have heard the famous quote from the father of scientific method, Francis Bacon, who had said that knowledge is power. So, how do we define knowledge? In simple terms, what is known is knowledge. Our with knowledge begins the day we are born. We begin to acquire knowledge, we begin to refine it, and also try to share it with others. As rightly quoted by the philosopher Bertrand Russell, even a little knowledge can give us a lot of power. Now, knowledge includes facts, description, and it can be obtained from both theoretical as well as practical understanding of a subject. And it can also be classified as implicit knowledge and explicit knowledge. So, whenever we obtain some knowledge through practical skills, it's called implicit knowledge. And if we obtain it through theoretical understanding of a subject, it is called explicit knowledge. When this knowledge is communicated through any media, it becomes information. Now, this knowledge could be a priori. A priori is a Latin term which means prior to. So, it is the knowledge known independence of experience. So, even without experiencing something, you can know about it, right? For example, books can tell you about several things which you have not experienced firsthand. Of course, knowledge known through experience has its own importance and it's called a posteriori knowledge. You do acquire knowledge through logical reasoning or deductive reasoning. For example, if you know the concept of addition, you will be able to add any two unknown numbers and give the result. So every time you don't have to gather those objects and then count them, right? For example, when you know how to add, even if you have to add say 1722 and 2546, you will be able to do it without gathering so many objects. That's through deductive reasoning. Also, say if you know some concepts, you can make some conclusions. For example, if you know what are fruits and if you know what are mangoes, you can safely conclude that all mangoes are fruits. And for that, you don't need to examine all the mangoes and then check whether each mango is a fruit. Now, what is an example of knowledge obtained through experiencing? Well, if you are holding a jasmine flower, you smell it and then you experience its fragrance, and then you make the statement that this jasmine flower is fragrant. So, this can come only through experience, it can't come directly through logic. So, we can say we learn several things through sensation and perception. This knowledge can lead to beliefs and judgments. Two different terms are used because not all beliefs are justified, right? Only those which are supported by evidences are justified. There are different methods of acquiring knowledge. For example, there is method of tenacity. So there are certain things right from our childhood we have been told those things, and the more frequently we listen to them or we hear them getting repeated, the more stronger we believe in them. And this belief can be so strong that sometimes, even when you see conflicting evidences, still you tend to stick to this particular belief. Then there is another method which is method of authority. So there is some authority which who tells you something and you accept it. There is method of intuition. So